Is this thing on? Are you on? You're on. Okay. Hey everybody, Andrew Scott, and welcome to Booth Camp. Now this is my attempt to get a few major stalling points out of your way as you begin your VO journey. And we're starting off this offering of mine with an admonition and an ugly truth. This stuff here, this acoustic foam, this stuff is not magic. As a matter of fact, this stuff's kind of garbage. Really quickly about foam. Now you'll see, obviously, here in my booth, I'm wrapped in foam, okay? This is the stuff that you get on Alibaba, and it's pretty much useless. Just because it has these ridges on it means nothing. And I see people spending $40, $50, $100 and covering their entire room with these things. And it does very little good. Now, to be honest, I'm not going to say that it does absolutely nothing. But honestly, that's a different kind of foam. And this is a different kind of environment. If you just tack some of this stuff up on your hardened sheetrock walls with paint on them, it's going to do you very little good by way of sound absorption. And it's not going to do you a whole lot of good by way of deflection either. The real key about getting a good, clean sound recorded on your microphone is being in a properly treated space. Now, this is a booth that I built myself. I'm a big fan of DIY, and I'm not a big fan of shelling out tons and tons of money for things that you don't really need and that don't really help you. This booth here, I built out of 1x2s, a couple pieces of sheetrock, and a whole lot of carpeting, shipping blankets, and memory foam. Memory foam is different from this stuff. This stuff is the exact same stuff that they use to line fishing rod and reel cases, and also it's just foam. This stuff is memory foam. And the big difference here is that stuff is much more dense than this stuff is. And density equals sound reduction. Now, don't mistake me. This booth that I'm in is not soundproofed. Just waiting for the dishwasher to settle its issue and think about its life. It is sound deadened. And that's why this room makes good mics sound great. This room can actually make an iffy mic sound pretty darn good, to the point where in a recent Reddit thread, I demonstrated this, and I'll point to it right here. I demonstrated this by recording in my booth with just my phone, open air, with no processing, and this is what it sounds like. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. 77 years ago. That's just the phone that I'm shooting this video on right now. Open air with, again, no processing, just using a simple voice recording app. The number one thing that you can do to help yourself out as you start out on your VO journey is cheap, effective, and easy to do. Find a closet, fill it with coats, cover it with carpet, cover it with blankets. Go to a secondhand store and buy a bunch of old cushions that don't have a couch to live on anymore. Line it with that. Get all your hardened surfaces covered in something like carpet, blankets, whatever. That alone, right there, will do most of the work for you. Is it going to be soundproofed? No. Is it going to be sound deadened? Yes. Sound deadened equals a better recording. That's all. Don't make it harder on yourself than it has to be. Don't waste money on this stuff anymore, no matter what shape it's in. This is not what people think it is. They think that what they're buying is a cheaper version of a very expensive, very effective product made by a company. I'm not going to mention their name, but it sounds like oral. That stuff is made with different material and is designed to be very effective. That's why this piece off of the internet costs about 18 cents. The one that this is a square foot, the one that you'll buy from the company whose name I won't mention because they're not a sponsor. And by the way, hi guys, if you want to sponsor me and send me a bunch of stuff to line my booth, I'd be happy to talk with you. Their per square foot is about $8 for this kind of material, for this kind of coverage, I should say. Yes, angles are important. Yes, your positioning of the mic is important. None of it is as important as getting into a good deadened space. Go buy yourself some blankets. Go to a carpet store and ask for carpet remnants. Cover your materials, keep your booth small, and get yourself inside and start recording something. This is Andrew Scott. This is Booth Camp. Join me again next time. I'll be doing a walkthrough on a product that I really enjoy, and I think you will too. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.